right, it's day 3 of fixing up the pool. I think it's day 3. It could be day 2. Who knows at this point. But we were siphoning out the water that was on top of the pool. Then it rained again. So yeah, it is day 3. It had drained a whole lot more, but I'm ready to have this bad boy functioning. So I'm just gonna take the thingamajig and scoop all these leaves off. All right, I got a little impatient. We could not scrape off the leaves. So what we did was we started to pull the tarp over to get it in all one spot so we could just siphon from here, and then literally I'm going to use my hands to just get the leaves out. And this morning I started filling up the pool as well. So when we did the transfer of this over here, some of the leaves fell to the bottom, but really that's extremely minimal. So we'll be able to shock the pool, and the shock actually work instead of shocking the pool and we're actually shocking the leaves and finding leaves later. And do y'all remember that process last year? Yeah, no fun. We've gotten a little better these days. But I also got out here at like 6:30 in the morning to start filling up the pool once we knew that this was siphoned out. Because if you leave the, what's it called? If you leave this, the blue part exposed to the sun, it'll crack because it'll dry out. So it's like, we don't have time for that. So it's been filling up since about 6:30 this morning. Look at all the froggies. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Here's what I've gotten out so far. We have a double hosing system, so I don't know why I didn't think about this before. While this one's going in, I have this one siphoning out. Whatever. Hopefully it helps a little. It's day 4, by the way. All right, I did a time lapse. I'll squeeze it in here when I can. But I got to the last little bit of water, so I scooped it out with that bucket. That's all the leaves. Here's a tarp. I did get some of that nasty water in there, and I'm pretty mad about it, but it's still better than any year that we've ever done this, so it's fine. I'm gonna lay this tarp out some so it can dry before we fold it up. We're just waiting on the water to get above the filter thing so we can turn it on, and then tonight we can put the shock in it. Because if you put the shock in while the sun is bright, it actually takes half of that, whatever it's called, away from it, so it makes it useless. Great, so we're leaving for family game night, putt. So we gotta turn it off for a minute, but when we get home, we should be able to have it fill and put the shock in tonight. Because we actually need it to be a little bit above between those two thingamajigs so the pump doesn't strain. There are literally so many tadpoles though. Oh my gosh. Good morning. Definitely could have finished this yesterday, but we were busy putt-putting and we went out to eat, blah, blah, blah. But for now, we're just making sure it's all the way full, and then we'll test out the motor. We're trying to figure out what to do with the frogs. We just woke them up. I thought they were dead, so they're not dead though. I guess they were just sleeping. I never learned in the life cycle of frogs how they sleep, so did y'all know that? Looky. So it's where it's supposed to be, so it's time to turn on the thingamajig. The fact that it's leaking, not good. Well, it's not turning on at all, so. Of course, I'm not to press one button and it started working. Whee! So now we're back washing, saving time. I think some have passed away because we added that fresh water and it just doesn't do well for them, but we're gonna do what we can. All right, we've saved all the frogs we can save, and half of them died. The other half were playing dead. Like literally I shook the thing around, like getting ready to be like, oh, they're done. They were all alive. So we're taking them to lake, but first we're gonna put some shock in. It looks pretty muggy because I was getting the leaves out, so it got up all that mud and shit. All right, 3 bags in. All right, I think this is day 7. And I am pretty confident that we just need one more day. I think I'm gonna have to get in and get these leaves out so that it can treat properly. I'm here for it. All right, it's day 7, I think. Did not do what I was hoping for. So I'm either gonna have to get in and get the leaves out, or I was looking up on TikTok how to take one of my hose and use them as a vacuum instead of buying like, a bajillion-dollar one. So that's today's project, even though today it's gonna be like 96. So it's day 8. Let's see what she's looking like. So this level of cloudiness just means we need chlorine. I can see the pile of leaves, but all in all, the water is treated. It's great. It's fine. There's no more frogs. So we shall swim today. We'll put some chlorine in tonight and call it a day. It's day 9. I'm upset. I was in there getting all the daggum leaves out. Look what it looks like. Less blue than yesterday. Thinking we need chlorine because this is all that's in the filter. We'll be doing some investigating today. Looky. We have a little bit of foam that's from some of the chemicals mixing. So we bought one of those foam oil thingamajigs and we're good. We've already swam in it like 3 times. Just I forgot. Swam when I was getting the leaves out. Swam after we treated it with the chlorine and stuff. And then yesterday we did put in some algicide. That really offset that foam that was happening, and that was great. It also got rid of that cloudiness, because I realized that I said cloudiness last time was because we didn't have chlorine. That wasn't necessarily true, but I knew what I was talking about. I just didn't say it right. We also bought some clarifier just in case, but I think we're okay. We'll see. Either way, no frogs and we're good.
2, 1.